Welcome, Apollonians. It is May 18th, 2020, and we are still in quarantine, which is why I'm wearing this beanie, because I haven't had a haircut in months, and it looks ridiculous under this. Today, we are shooting at Batch Mead to show you lovely people 3 amazingly easy card tricks. But first, we need some cards, and we need some mead. I love movie magic. It almost makes it look like I didn't take 20 minutes setting that up. And 15 figuring it out. Here we are in the lovely front room, and we have our mead and our cards. So here's what we're gonna do. We're first going to take a drink of the mead. Then we are going to take the cards, and here's how the card trick looks. You are going to spread out the cards to your spectator. Have them choose any one. It really is a random choice. Let's say they take this card for instance. After they memorize it, you take their card and you place it, slide it in anywhere inside the deck. Show them that there are no openings, no cuts, no nothing to show where the card is. You then say, I'm gonna try to guess what your card is without looking at it, and I'm gonna do it kind of a weird way. I'm gonna place the cards behind my back. I'm going to flip over one card. After spreading through a little, I think I got it. One card should now be reversed in the deck. If I take it and I show you the deck, I spread through the cards, you'll see that every card is now face up. With the exception, of course, of one card. The card they were thinking of, or chose, whatever you want to call it. This is your setup. Regular deck of cards. First, turn them face up in your hand. Take the top card and put it face down. That's the whole setup. The thing you want to do though is make sure the cards start face down. All right, need another drink of mead. You spread out the cards to the person. Make sure you don't spread all the way to the bottom, and they'll see that one card is face up, and you will be, we call it what is a technical term in the magic community. It's called screwed. So don't let them see that bottom card face down. Spread out the cards, have them take any card, it really doesn't matter. You really don't need to know what it is. And as they take the card, you're gonna do a super hard sleight of hand move, all right? As they're looking at their card, here's the move that you're gonna do. Are you ready? Are you ready? Whoa, that was hard, bro. So that's it. That's all you're gonna do. You're gonna flip over the cards, and then you're gonna take their card back. You could have them put it in, but a little safer if you do it. So you take the card and you just slide it in. Obviously, if you open the deck, they're gonna see that every card is face up, so don't do that. But slide it in, and then square it up with the rest of the deck like this. You then say, I'm gonna find your card in a weird way, or whatever you wanna say at this point, whatever your patter is. I think it is kind of a weird way, so I'd say, I'm gonna find your card in the weird way. I'm gonna take the cards, place them behind my back. Now remember, this is the one reversed, well, there's 2 reversed cards, but this is the bottom card that's reversed. You are gonna turn over one card. You say, I'm gonna turn over one card that I think is yours. Really, what you're gonna do behind your back is just turn over that one card. Now, here's something important in magic. It's called showmanship, all right? Do not have the cards all face down and spread through them to show their card face up. That is just bad showmanship. Instead, you want all the cards face up, and then you want to show them that there's one single face down card, spread past it, stick it out a little like this, spread past it, and then slowly, bam, we're doing magic. Another drink of mead. Okay, that should be easy, easy, easy. Let's go to the next trick. All right, this next technique is called card to pocket. Now, normally the way to do this trick is the magician would palm a card off the top. In this case, we have the 5 of spades. He would then reach into his pocket and pull out the 5 of spades as if it was always there. A better technique to do this is to come and grab the 5, and then as you get here and they see, because your hand is in such a funny position, they're gonna call you out. And when they call you out and they go, yo, magic boy, what's in your hand? You go, what? Nothing is in my hand. And then you reach into your pocket and you pull out the 5 of spades. Now, I love this trick because it's a pseudo explanation of a magic trick. So the way to do this technique, is you are going to take your thumb, you're going to hold the cards in this specific way. You're going to have your thumb on the side, your first finger on top, and your 3 fingers on the side. You're going to take your other hand and you're going to pull off 2 cards like this. And you're going to square them together and lift them up into a tent position like this. You're then going to take your hand and you're going to palm those cards. You're going to squeeze them into your hand like this, right? This is actually 2 cards. You then reach into your pocket, and they think that you just have the Joker. But you're going to reach into your pocket and pull off that top card. In this case, it's the 10 of spades. Obviously, do not show them this, but you're going to pull her off, and you're just going to say the Joker. You then place the card here in that same tent position. You bring your hand over like this, and this is what happens behind your hand. All you do is this. You barely move your thumb, and you just drop that card right on. Now here's where your acting skills come into play. You're going to act as though you still have the card here. And when you get to about here, you explain that you always get caught, whatever you really want to say at this point, and then you squeeze and show there's nothing in your hand. You then reach into your pocket and show the Joker. Okay, so for the last trick, here's what you're going to do. You're going to ask your spectator to grab any card that they would like. So let's say they pull out that one. You let them memorize the card, so you're going to now memorize. Let's see if we can get it in. Right about there. That seems like any clarity there. Memorize the card. You don't know what the card is at this point, but you will cut it into the center of the deck. You then say, I am now going to find your card in the fastest way I know how. You have them say go. They say go. You go ha 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 ha. Don't worry, I'll find it. Okay, that's a stupid trick. Obviously, that's not what you're gonna do. Instead, the fastest way to find a card is this. You drop the card deck. You drop the card deck. On the last drop of the card deck, a card flips up. It is their chosen card. Okay, so here's how you do this, and I like this trick because it seems like you're doing something harder than it is. So you have them select any card that they would like. So let's say they select this one. You're then going to, you can either riffle or you can cut the cards. But what you need to know is the bottom card here. When they place their card back, so in this case it is the 9 of diamonds, you don't need to know their card. But when their card goes back, you need to know the card that goes on top of it. So it's very easy to peek at it, just don't make it obvious and do this or they will catch you. You just want to nonchalantly, while they're looking at their card, if you cut the cards like this and take a look at the card, you'll get away with it. Because they're so focused on memorizing their card, they won't see you memorizing this. So let's say they put it away, 9 diamonds. So what you're going to be thinking is 5 of hearts, 5 of hearts, 5 of hearts, because you know their card is the one right next to it. It's the one right, when you flip the deck face up, it'll be the one right on top of it. I hope that makes sense. And then you put the cards down, you say, I'm going to find this in the fastest way I know how. I want you to say go. Have them say go. And when they say go, you pick up the cards, you flip them over, and you do something that's funny and stupid. And the reason you do something funny and stupid is because you want them to kind of laugh at how stupid it is, because that's what's going to help you get away with this move. And it's not even a real move, it's more of just distracting them. So you're going to go through the cards really fast like this, like you're looking for something, which you are, and you're looking for your card. So in this case, we had the, I think it was the 5 of I totally forgot. The 5 of hearts. And you know that their next one is the 9 of diamonds. So I'm thinking 5 of hearts. As soon as I get there, all I do is I hold the cards and I split them. So I have the 5 of hearts here, and I know their selected card now is the 9 of diamonds. I split them and I relax and I stop my stupid searching through the cards. And then I say, I'm just kidding. That would be stupid. Take the cards, now watch this. Here's their 9 over here on the top of the deck. I'm gonna put them together like this. So that way their 9 stays on the top of the deck. Oh, so crazy. You will get away with it because they're laughing at what you just did, how stupid it is, or they're thinking about how stupid what you did is, even if they're not laughing. Trust me, they're distracted by the stupidity of what you just did. But you'll have their card on the top. You then drop the cards once, you drop the cards twice. Now on the third drop, what you're gonna do is you're gonna push the card to the side like this. You're going to grip the cards on each side like this. And what's gonna happen is the air current will make it flip automatically over it. If you try it a few times for practice, you'll start getting the hang of how far away from one hand to the other you need to be to do it. So I'm gonna come a little closer just so you can see. You're gonna hold it in this modified grip. You're gonna push over one card with your thumb as you grip it. You're gonna grip it with your fingers on top and your fingers on the bottom, so you're gonna exchange hands like this. Now, you do not want to throw it. If you throw it, sometimes it'll work, but I've noticed it's a lot more inconsistent. If you just drop it, it pretty much works every single time. Perfect. Okay, YouTuber, hopefully those tricks kind of made sense to you. If not, tell me why down in the comments so it doesn't make any sense. They're pretty simple tricks. They're 3 tricks I used to do all the time when I was beginning on my magic career. I think they're pretty great techniques. You gotta practice them, and you gotta practice them on people a couple times. Pretty much every magic trick is like that. There's not really any truly self-working tricks. They always take some practice and some amount of practice, not just by yourself, but for actual people. And you gotta accept that you fail for a while. People catch you, at first anyway. After a while you get better. Well, adios there, YouTube.